Hello and welcome to Old Nintendo Gamer and Son. We're with part 6 of What Remains of Edith Finch, as we just watched in part 5 Lewis's untimely demise. This is Edith's, who I am, walking around here, 22 months pregnant apparently. 22 months pregnant? That'd be amazing. 22 weeks pregnant. Her brother.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
Right, let's pop up to this exit. It's good that all these years the power is still running.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
And I have no idea either. Let me just check on this. Okay, let's get to that door. Cables falling down. In we go.
I wish we'd stayed.
This is Edie's room now then.
But I understand why we left.
Right, there's a staircase up on there.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Yeah.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Don't tell me it all happened in one night. Of course not. The
Maybe I should have
dates are
come
different.
sooner.
But a lot of stuff has happened. Hey, bird. Oh, there's a ladder.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Okay, let's get to it.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it?
Yes.
The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
It's at home.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Ah,
Or that
we're gonna
Edie had the key to it.
find how to open this door. Is there something I'm missing here? Why could I open this door if... Ah, see, there is. There's a way in. Oh my god, she's tiny. Squeezing herself past those books.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by
Dear
Edie Finch.
There's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Tsunami! Am I going down the stairs or down the pier? Down the stairs. Okay, let's follow the words.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Okay, we can find out
There'd
what
been
the
an
old house
earthquake
is.
out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
For a couple of minutes until
God,
the
it
tsunami comes
smelled
back.
awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
I'm walking in a straight
I
line.
got turned around.
Got turned around upside down. Right, it seems I can only walk down this way.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
There's these vertical
But when I
lines.
saw them, they felt like old friends.
Make it look as if I'm almost walking through a
That
forest.
night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
There we go. Let's open the gate.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Ugh.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it,
Ugh.
but she started getting sick a lot.
There's quite a strong wind in Taiwan at the moment.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
It is brief. I'm going down the Booth Canal.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
That's her baby. That took me a long time to work that out.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Story by Giant Sparrow, and I did quite like that, for Shirley Dallas, 1948 to 2013. Poignant and moving in parts, surreal in others. And quite touching throughout. Short, doesn't overstay his welcome. Enjoyed. Blah blah blah. Very understated music as well. Nice finish. May seem a little glib all the way throughout, but that's just me. Maybe I was expecting the game to ram its metaphors down your throat more, but where it just gently eased you into them was quite, like I said earlier, touching. That's the publisher, Annapurna Interactive. Thank you very much. And the developer of this game was Giant Sparrow. $5 years to make it. So that is the end, and thank you for joining me on Edith Finch's story. We'll get on to many other playthroughs in the future. I hope you enjoyed this game as much as I liked it. Even if it's a tiny bit, you still liked it. Thanks for watching, and goodbye from now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give us a like if you've enjoyed our content. You can also check out our other great content on Twitter, Facebook, and the Café podcast from all good podcast providers. Just follow the links below.